Hello, guys, and welcome to another interesting episode of Madrid, My DNA, the home of everything Madridistas, as we discuss you through Real Madrid's latest and important update. Kickstarting with today's agenda, we will be providing you with injury updates as Real Madrid mainstay Tchouaméni is set to miss the weekend clash following untimely knock in training, according to recent reports. We are going to be discussing you through that with full details on this episode as we progress. And then shortly after that, we will quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day as Real Madrid captain Nacho Fernandez is reportedly unhappy over unfair treatment at the club. Other reports have even claimed that the captain was not happy when he was subbed off on Tuesday night against Bayern Munich when he was having a rather good night. We are also going to be bringing you full updates on that in this episode as we progress, so please stay tuned right up to the end. Do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel, turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. It is that time of the year when Carlo Ancelotti's side are focused on the UEFA Champions League over any other competition. With the league title virtually in the back, their undivided attention is on the semi-finals against Bayern Munich. Earlier this week, Los Blancos held the Bavarians to a hard-fought draw at the Allianz Arena. The second leg at the Santiago Bernabeu will thus prove decisive, and Ancelotti will wish to have all the players fit for the home game. According to a breaking update from Carrusel Deportivo, Real Madrid star midfielder Tchouaméni suffered an untimely knock on his foot in training. The defensive midfielder thus did not train with the team and is likely out for the men in white weekend game against Andalusian side Cadiz. Prime facie, however, the injury is minor and should not impact his participation next week Wednesday against Bayern Munich at the Santiago Bernabeu. Needless to say, this comes as a massive boost to Carlo Ancelotti's plans. While Tchouaméni's exclusion from Real Madrid starting 11 against Cadiz may be relatively forced, there was a good chance the Frenchman would be rested anyhow. After all, it is Ancelotti's norm to give regulars a hiatus between the two legs of a decisive UCL tie, as was the case when Real Madrid faced Mallorca before taking on Manchester City at the Etihad. One can expect rotations for the weekend's game against Cadiz. Players like Joselu, Azagule, Lucas Vazquez, and Brahim Diaz are all expected to get the nod to start on the night as the core players rejuvenate for the big European title. Heading to Saturday clash against Cadiz, Real Madrid could be champions if Barcelona were to lose points against Girona in the weekend while Real Madrid beat Cadiz. Reports earlier emerged suggesting that the Merengues were going to celebrate just a few days before the second leg against Manchester City at Cibeles, but another report has emerged claiming that even if Real Madrid are champions this weekend, they will not celebrate as the full focus will be on the Bayern Munich clash. Bayern, who had relatively one of the best spells when the two sides faced each other at the Allianz Arena, will be hoping to have the same control of the ball and a little bit of luck in front of goal in the take on Real Madrid at the Santiago Bernabeu. The UEFA Champions League, however, is the only realistic option for Thomas Tuchel and his men to win silverware this season, as they have lost the German Bundesliga to Bayern Leverkusen, also lost the cup to a third division side. So it is left to be seen who emerges victorious in the night, as Real Madrid, on the other hand, will be looking to extend their European dominance to a record 15 UEFA Champions League titles in total. no team even come close to that number. So having discussed and concluded with that, we are going to quickly turn our attention to the next agenda of the day, as Real Madrid captain Nacho Fernandez is reportedly unhappy over unfair treatment at the club, reports have emerged to claim. After 23 glorious years at Real Madrid, Nacho Fernandez relayed to the board last month that he will leave the club at the end of the season. The club captain's decision was said to be taken off a combination of factors, considering not only his sporting prominence at the club, but also his personal life and family amongst others. Now, however, Relevo brings forth a report that relates that Real Madrid captain decision was also based on his unhappiness over his situation at the club. As related by Spanish outlets, Nacho was left with a bitter taste in his mouth after being the first player to be called off the field against Bayern Munich in Germany. When Carlo Ancelotti needed a change in dynamics, he opted to remove Nacho to bring on Camavinga, and the fact that he was replaced by a player of a different position in itself shows him how replaceable he is in the current setup. Moreover, he also looks back on the manager's decision to field Tchouaméni in his place for some of the biggest games of the season with bad eyes. The veteran thus feels that he is not given the status and respect that he deserves at the club of his dreams, and his relationship with Carlo Ancelotti has thus been strained in recent times. He wishes to play, and his poor placement on the manager's pecking order prompts him to leave the club. Come June, Nacho will bid farewell to the only club he has known in his life, while his next step remains unknown. It becomes the club's moral responsibility to send the captain off on a high. As it stands, Nacho will not leave empty-handed, as Los Blancos are well placed to take home the La Liga title without any hiccups. The dressing room and Nacho's focus thus is now on the UCL, where the Merengues are 180 minutes away from glory. Leaving the club with two biggest titles of the season would only be poetic for the current captain. So having discussed and concluded with that, we have come to the end of this interesting episode. Thanks for following us right up to the end. Please do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. Turn on your notification bells so you do not miss on our daily Real Madrid update. See you next time, and a very big Hala Madrid to us all.